Honorable Speaker, let me, before I go into the meat of the report, welcome the students coming all the way from Karachonyo to observe the proceedings of Parliament on behalf of the area MP, the Honorable Andrew Okwome Adepo. Honorable Speaker, my grandmother Margarita Uwor is Nyar Karachonyo. And so I'm very elated to see that these students have come to observe the proceedings and to see by their own eyes what Parliament, which is our national legislative house, does. They are welcome to observe proceedings, Honorable Speaker, and I wish them well in their learning tour of matters governance. Honorable Speaker, sometimes I think we need to establish some holding ground for criminals within Parliament. I've listened through this report very keenly when it was moved, how it has been seconded, and I've read through the report, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, a parking facility for NHIF, which was contracted at 970 million. The contract price has moved from 970 million to 3.9 billion. And we are talking about it as if it is just an ordinary theft. Honorable Speaker, NHIF is the body we charged with the insurance of our health services in this country, the national insurer. We had cases in the past where people cannot be treated, people cannot be paid for. Yet, Honorable Speaker, a facility across the road there, the contract price has moved from 970 million to 3.9 billion. And the contractor, Honorable Speaker, is still working free as we talk here. Honorable Speaker, the people who are in charge of the funds of National Hospital Insurance Fund are still free. We are being told some even intend to run for public offices. I think we now need to develop some holding ground for criminals within Parliament. Honorable Speaker, the theft under construction works in this country are hidden under some engineering rules called the FEDIC rules. And if you remember that facility, for quite a long time you would see a crane there. No work is going on. It means the contractor has ceased to be building, they employ accountants, and they are forging claims under what they call suspension of works. We would excuse such situations, Honorable Speaker, if ultimately when the contractor got paid, work was done. But we are being told the lift that was to be used to convey the vehicles to the parking base of the facility have not been installed. The facility is working at 20%. These are people who should be in jail. And I don't know whether it has been recommended succinctly, but this is a matter the chair of the committee in charge of public accounts in this particular sphere ought to have forwarded with a recommendation straight to EACC, the DPP, to effect arrest immediately, to effect arrest. And if we were to do that, Honorable Speaker, then we would be a serious house. And this report ought to have gone further and said EACC to report to the relevant committee of Parliament regularly. If possible, within each and every 2 weeks, we have them here to analyze progress reports, which would be the committees in charge of justice and legal affairs, and maybe the committee on implementation, and this committee itself. Honorable Speaker, what is happening in this area is painful. The other way these people used to steal, Honorable Speaker, you've seen some facility we are building for the police hospitals across on Bagathi Road there. We budget for the money as the committee, under which the police falls, the Committee on Administration, Internal Security, and we budget for 400 million. That money, Honorable Speaker, is then taken to KDF. Soldiers are free, they have engineers, they can build. Ultimately, Honorable Speaker, we are told it is not the soldiers who built the facility, it is an individual contractor who was given the property, the facility to build by, now KDF, And you've seen a facility complete there. Police officers for their injuries have no stone, but the facility is furnished. The 400 million has been used. Honorable Speaker, do you know why it has not been handed over to the police? The contractor is now seeking 1.4 billion on top of the 400 million for which we paid. I wanted to urge Honorable Wangwe, because I see administration also falls under him. Go for that facility immediately so that it can be released to the police to start serving the police officers as we deal with it. Honorable Speaker, it is very sad to hear that Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, even the land on which it is sitting, it does not have the title for it. Prime properties, Honorable Speaker, at the coast in Mombasa, in Nyali, Jomvu, everywhere. There are no titles, up to 32 titles, Honorable Speaker, and this is a struggling facility. The properties are being encroached into by individuals, including people we know, including people we know, including people we know. Honorable Speaker, we want these reports not just to tell us they have been grabbed. I know the chair of the committee knows the people I'm talking about. KBC must get back all the land that were owned by KBC or appropriated to it as a public institution or corporation. And Honorable Speaker, they must all be titled. And I hope tough recommendations, Honorable Speaker, have been made for reclamation and requisition or the claiming back of those titles so that we have them and then we move together, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, people have been saying that NHIF was better. NHIF was better. SHA is not working. The people of Kenya, SHA is working. Say SHA is not working until you get sick. I can tell you, Honorable Kibagendi, I have blood relatives being treated through SHA. And by the way, people from the counties who are shouting most how SHA is not working are the counties which are the highest registered in the country, if you look at top 10. When things are working, and then Kibagendi, don't talk when I'm talking. You are a first-time MP here. I'm a senior MP. You keep quiet. Yeah, there are times when we are talking serious things. Honorable Speaker, when we have something working, let us say it is working. When there are teething issues and problems to be addressed, let us address them. But Honorable Speaker, for the people who keep saying we should go back to NHIF, in this report, you see why they are saying so. Because NHIF was a milk cow. It was an elephant put down. They were eating it. You are given a contract for 900 million and you get 3.9 billion and you do nothing about it. We are saying this parliament killed NHIF. This parliament enacted the law establishing SHA, and whatsoever the amount of noise you make because of the systemic corruption for which we killed NHIF, we are not going back there. Let us encourage all Kenyans, Honorable Speaker, to register. And where we are doing well, Honorable Speaker, let us say we are doing well. We can say very many things. I heard people talking about Ruto at 3, against G-Hoof at 3. There is no government in Kenya since independence which at 3 years is doing better than this government. And I can say this without any shame. You know, all the others are 3 years. The Kibaki regime at 3 years, the Bomas draft had been rejected. Raila and others had been kicked out, Honorable Speaker, and now it was a tribal group running this country. And these are truth. Let us support the government, let us support these initiatives, but Honorable Speaker, I recommend that for once we want to see what Wanjala Rafael, the Committee on Implementation, is doing. We must bring people here, and not just the people who are in charge of those funds, but also the contractor. Honorable Speaker, with those very many remarks, I thank you.
Kaluma for President.
Yes.
Honorable Member for Igembe Central, Honorable Karidho.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to also participate